a new video. I'm actually starting this game over again. I've had issues playing the game on my Steam account with it resetting my data on a new game. So I actually downloaded the game on EpicGames to hopefully fix that issue. So I have my Steam account as well as my video game. And we're going to basically just completely restart the game with everything from the beginning to completing every mission it makes, and then we'll move to first start. Our main objective is basically claiming every one of our lookout points, as well as looking for any point of interaction, as well as just anything we could possibly find for XP and level up faster. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with this bow right here.
There. Use your binoculars to get a closer look.
I don't believe we're supposed to kill her, but so with this, we have all of our tutorials.
Be sure to aim for its vital organs.
So
Heart and lung shots mean quicker kills.
So, I just had an issue with the game crashing. I've had this issue in the past, running the game on Steam as well. So we're gonna see if we can't fix that by texture resolutions, etc. If you're having the same crashing issues, it's possibly due to your graphic quality and stuff. And most of that can be fixed by changing all your stuff below the settings. I messed up there. Try to turn that down because that is super loud and we don't need it. We're gonna leave all the tutorials and stuff on. We're actually gonna change it to the rectangle though. If I can find it, I just seen it. Rectangle size, nope. J. We'll change it to a dot. And then we'll go to video settings. We're going to change the FXAA and TAA to FXA only. And we don't have to worry about the TAA sharpness. Shadows, low, because shadows are not important to the game. I mean, except for the quality base. Terrain details and tessellation, we can turn that low. Scene complexity, we can turn that low. Water quality, low. Picture resolution, we'll leave it medium. The volume and fog quality just can go off. Color quality can be low. We're gonna change this to 12 because it says the higher value creates a more detailed image. The details are somewhat of what actually causes the issues. And due to this right here, no, not that, this screen space ambient occlusion, enable or disable screen space ambient occlusion, high performance impact. Because we're having performance issues, we want to turn that off. That way it helps with our performance. Motion blur can be off. The resolution here, it's debatable. Mostly the reason why this is important is if you're able to run on high quality. If not, then don't even worry about this. Screen space reflection, this has a medium performance impact, so we can actually go ahead and turn that off as well. The global illumination, high performance impact, turn that off. Heat haze can be off, and depth of field, we'll just leave that on because it's a low performance impact, and having depth of field is a little bit important. So as we just start the game, still got turn. Some of these sounds down because I do know that they can be super loud. Plus, I want you guys to be able to hear me properly. So I don't know why I'm pressing back doesn't work. Anyway, so before we do this, that's not what I wanted. How do I get my phone back out? Tap. Switch. I don't know why it's giving me Xbox controller vibes. I'm playing on keyboard and mouse. Anyway, I'm going to spot this deer and kill her. So we already
Gentle now.
that.
Take a deep breath to steady your aim.
Got a single lung. Still run for a minute. Get the single lung battle ordinate. Basically, what this video is going to explain is basically step by step the whole tutorial and how to perform. So,
Careful.
hunting action.
The underbrush can be a bit noisy this time of year. If an animal hears you approaching, you better believe it'll turn tail and run. Or worse. There are times when you'll want to be moving fast out here, but not when on a hunt. The animals will hear you coming a mile away.
We can go ahead and turn dialogue a little bit more down because it's still pretty loud.
Stay low when you're stalking an animal to avoid being seen.
Sometimes there's another deer that'll be right here, sometimes there's not. It seems like there's might not be a turkey. I don't think it's really there though. I think it's gonna be until we start getting better stuff unlocked and more perks and stuff. It's gonna be harder for us to directly pinpoint animals. But scoping in on animal vocals gives you a more generalized location of where the animal is. So if you're just now starting out the game, you don't have perks that narrow down the animal calling location from the start, then you can always use your binoculars or your scope, and it'll more precisely pinpoint the animal. It will not directly
You know,
pinpoint it.
I spotted some tracks earlier, close to where you're at right now. I'll send the coordinates.
Also, how to read the compass. So I am actually downwind of all animals.
Did you hear that?
This is a turkey.
Calls are really helpful when locating an animal.
Because the cone's really big, the animal is really fuzzy. So how we can actually narrow down out noise is by laying down, and we are zero noise. And the gauge right beside that is your visibility gauge, and next to that is obviously heart rate. Having a high heart rate makes it where your aiming is less steady, and you can hold your breath for a shorter amount of time before your aim gets pretty bad. I'll show you an example of that. First, let's see. We don't have a single gun right now that can actually kill a turkey with proper ammo. So that will be a slight issue for us. I'm not sure where the turkey is, but it's still in the hill or was it the right? From where the call was, it sounded like it was here. But again, he could be right up here. So doing this, you want to get pretty slow and move to where you think the animal is. He's right here. You got these rocks that they could hide behind. But I'm not seeing her here. And she wasn't down there. So we're gonna move up this hill. I think she's gonna be somewhere right over there. We're gonna stay crouched and walk slowly. This way we make as little noise as possible. We are fully visible to any animals that are around us. If they can see us, they will more than likely get spotted. So right here
If you
is
want to get your
showing
bearings,
the
there are
main
lookout
specs.
points spread out all over the reserve.
We're gonna want to look right here to these tracks. This is the spot I want to get this notification off the screen. There we go.
I noticed you're after moose. Tough animals, I tell you. Be sure to bring the right caliber weapon to bring them down. Oh, and while their eyesight ain't too good, their smell is. So keep your scent and the wind in mind.
So, as he just said, scent and wind. Their smell's great, eyesight not. So, sometimes you will have animals walk right upon you, and they won't really get spooked. That is because it's hard for them to see you. However, they walk in the direction of your wind, or if you make a sudden movement, they will get spooked because of the noise and they may smell you. So that is always something you want to keep in mind. Do your best to always stay downwind of animals. You don't want to hunt upwind unless the animal is pretty far out. And usually by far out, I mean 150 to 200 yards. There's a turkey there, and that call that we just received was a moose warning call. More than likely, they're going to get a moose. But I do not have the right caliber to take down a moose, so I'm not even going to worry about hunting. I'm going to move up to the lookout tower though to go examine it. There's that turkey flying right there, and there's the moose there. Actually got several turkeys right here. I don't know if we can spot one, but we can't spot him, but we can spot one. We're gonna go over here just as a point of interest and get it just real quick with 2 bones. You just go ahead and check this. Just a little quick XP boost that we're not going to get from hunting right now. And right now, because I'm not worried about spooking animals, I'm going to get told to do the lookout point. Go ahead and right now. I was going to get the phone out as well and select a mission to make sure that it is active. So when I do this, it doesn't try to ignore the fact that I did it and have to end up going back.
Getting your feet moving, I see. Just remember to take a breather before shooting anything.
So, as you just said, the heart rate, as you can tell, my heart rate seems really high. So when a gun's still in, I have really unsteady aim until my aim settles or my heart rate settles. I'm not going to be able to aim very steadily. As my heart rate drops, I have more steady aim. If I hold my breath for too long, however, my heart rate increases. When it gets really high, then I exhaust myself and my heart rate goes up. So you always want to make sure that your heart rate is low before taking a shot at an animal to make sure that you have the most stable shot you can get. We do have a white tail right here. Small buck, but nonetheless, we're going to see if we can get him to turn around on us. See if we can get him up this hill maybe. And make it think a walk down. So if he does, crouch. We can walk on the dirt instead of the grass. The grass is sometimes louder. He did turn around. He has good eyesight, so we do have to be careful of that. He's got his doe. But we're going to see if he can't maybe get a broadside on him. There's another one right there, but I don't know if that's a doe or a buck. I can't see it. It does look like a buck. I do believe I see it from back. So what we can go ahead and do, we can actually go ahead and spot these. Doe. Alright, so
White-tailed
that
deer
right
are
there
often slightly bigger than the blacktail,
is very
but they're
possibly a
quicker to
giant.
flee if they sense danger.
So right? Turn. We can't get in here. See, the doe are running around us, but he's not moving. This diamond here. So she did food, but because these others don't know why she's spooked, they're not spooked because of her running. And because we can lay down and basically make ourselves invisible, and with our movement, noise basically 0. We can crawl through the grass to get an advantage on the whitetail. So whitetail deer only go up to a level 3 very easily. Having the highest level of an animal is the best case scenario because it is pretty much guaranteed diamond almost every day. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can't actually get this whitetail. If we can get a diamond animal, that would actually be really insane. Having a diamond animal is the second one we kill. So the only thing right now is our wind. I do have scent eliminator, so I am going to use it. It lasts for, I believe, 5 minutes. I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's longer, maybe it's shorter. But it is really useful for hiding yourself with wind if you are basically disadvantaged and not able to position yourself for a better location. Without being able to stand up, we can't get on the squat, which I'm a little upset about. If we stand up, our movement is loud, and I don't know where the light is, so I don't want to speak. But very peaceful, he did walk down the hill. And they could be resting at the bottom of the stone wall, or they could also have ran off completely. But I don't want to take my chances of time potentially spooking them if they stay relatively close. Looks like they are right there. That's not the diamond. Diamond's probably sitting back here in the woods. But it looks like they're going to basically be finding a resting spot right there. Or maybe it's smell us? I'm not entirely sure. They are traveling still, so they have not fully stopped. I know that there's a doe right here. There is a 2 miner right there. He's pretty big. But I'm not seeing anything from him. There's nothing moose. What on you? It's a 4. It's a really big moose as well. I believe moose only get up to level 5 just as well. So yeah, these white tail right here. There is the diamond right there. And we have a really good shot for potential long where we're at.
It's bleeding, so that's a hit. Follow the blood trail to find it. Shouldn't have gone far.
We can go ahead and shoot her with buckshot. That way she doesn't kill us. I find it very unfortunate that we ended up dying by a moose. And we did get a vital hit, and it looks like he died right there. So that is fantastic news. We're going to head right over there and see if we can't get him. And it was a vital hit, so that is amazing to hear. And I have a feeling that this is a really high gold and very, very possible diamond. Like I said, whitetail get up to a 3, and the blacktail get up to a 5. So if you're hunting whitetail, 3 is a max. Hunting blacktail, a 5 is a max. Go ahead and get a picture of him, because if this is a diamond, I don't want to waste that opportunity. And he absolutely is. Oh my. Our second kill, and it is a diamond. That is honestly amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. I don't have the money to taxidermize, but that is
There's no shortage of ways to earn money as a hunter. No shortage of ways to spend it either.
great. We're gonna run up back up this hill though to go. Now get this lookout tower. So we just made it to the top of the lookout tower, so we're gonna go press survey.
Would you look at that view? Never gets old, I'm telling you. From up here, you can see a lot of great hunting spots in the area. Valmont's not only where Hope set up camp, it's also famous for the railroad bridges along the old North Pacific line. Keep an eye out for them if you can in between blacktail hunting. Or why not use them as vantage points? I once bagged a whitetail from the Runaki Bridge. Be sure to stop by one of the outposts. You can find pretty much anything you need there.
Alright. So now that he's done talking. So your outposts are the houses. And there's 2 of them spotted here. And each lookout tower that you get basically opens up a wide range of um, the area of the map. And so we have 2 outposts here, and I know that there is another outpost along the. I think it's down here. Not entirely sure. And I know that there's one here, and there's one over here. Um, as well as there's also one not there. There's one up at this pond. I do know that much. And the other outposts, I really can't say where they are because I don't really know. I'm just going off memory of what I sort of remember. That is not an albino. That is actually a brown turkey. Turkey will get you quite often with that white color, thinking that they are possibly an albino, but the brown is actually pretty common on turkey. And these look to all be female, except for maybe the 2 minor. I believe turkey actually get up to a 3 very easy as well as their highest level. But again, I don't have proper ammo to kill them. I could kill it, but I want to get a perfect harvest for it, so that lowers the score. And the one thing you want to do in this game when hunting for diamonds or high level animals like high golds and stuff, you always want to make sure that you have the right ammo and you shoot them in a vital organ, as well as just many other things. You don't want to ruin the fur of the animal or the trophy of the animal, such as like shooting a deer in the head that kills them, but it ruins basically the trophy part of the animal in game sense as realistically. So you don't want to do that because that will take the parts away. So there's several things that you need to pay attention to and several things you need to make sure you don't do, as well as things that you need to make sure that you do. So we're gonna head to the southwest because we can already see it in the distance. And because I'm not worried about what animals would spook at this time, I'm going to just run down here. Now that we made it through the outpost, we're just gonna walk up to this flag and press
Hey,
in.
you're catching on quickly. Nice place, right? You won't find a soft bed in many parts around here. Don't forget to stock up before heading out.
So if you are an early access member of the game, well, I say early access, if you're one of the few people who got this game in the past during, I believe, yeah, back in 2017, you get the holiday event. So, that being said, we got the 270 unlocked. And actually, everybody might have the 270 unlocked. I'm not sure if all users have it.
Hey there, you
Uh,
know that guy I mentioned earlier, Hope? Well, looks like he's been having a bit of a problem lately. He's been camping out over at Balmont a couple weeks, but coming back last night, he found his camp turned on its head. Some food was taken, and apparently the place looked like it had been really messed with. I don't know if it was an animal or some tourist troublemakers, but I'm up in Topeka all day and can't look into it. Listen, I know you probably have other plans, but you're in the right neck of the woods, and I'd sure be grateful if you could just stop on by and have a look.
okay. So, wanted to wait for him to finish talking. Anyway, I believe everybody has the 270, and if you have the 270 unlocked, you don't have to worry about buying
Hope
it
showed up
instantly.
here 2 years ago. Said something about getting off the grid. I heard he lost his family in an accident while he was deployed overseas in the army. Hit the poor guy hard. I guess out here you only need to look out for yourself. It's easier that way. Not the most cheerful fella, to be honest, but he's earned his peace for sure. Let's find out whoever did this.
Okay. So, now that he's officially done talking for that part of the storyline, if you have the 270 unlocked, you don't have to worry about buying it because the 270 is pretty expensive. As you can tell, it's $1,200. So, save your money if you have it unlocked. That way you don't have to worry about buying it. Rifle ammo. So, the polymer bullets for the 223 and the 223 is not a great gun. I actually don't recommend buying it. So, just ignore the 223 pretty much at all costs. It's really kind of not worth the money. So the 243 soft point bullets are free, so you can get as many of these as you want, no matter what level you are, no matter how long you played the game. The 243 soft point bullets are free forever. Polymer bullets, these are great for killing your bigger game. Bigger game meaning pretty much your boar, are pretty much your biggest issue with wanting more penetration. That as well as actually I can't. Can I kill a black bear with it? I'm not sure if I can kill a black bear with it. I don't think it's a class 6. I think it's a class 7. Which is why the 270 is a great gun because it's class 4 to 8, which can actually kill moose as well. But if you're wanting to kill moose, you do want polymer bullets because the moose hide is so much thicker than most of the other deer, as well as your elk. So if you're hunting elk or moose, I recommend polymer bullets with the 270 anyway, or a higher caliber gun. That way you have a better chance at getting a battle organ hit, especially if you're hunting from a distance. But because we have 48 bullets now with the 243, we're not going to worry about buying anymore. We will go ahead and buy a set of 10 for the 270 just in case we aren't at the level for black bear. And then maybe we can go kill a black bear with that if we come across one. So at this point, we're going to go, if I can remember how to access my inventory, just pause until I'm so can't remember. Anyway, I'm gonna go move my inventory around. The road you recall, you don't need to worry about it on Layton. It's for Hirschfeld and pretty much only as it's got road here. We're gonna move all the guns down except for the 243 because that's gonna be our main gun. So our secondary is gonna be the 170. And now that we got that set up, we are ready to go and investigate Richard Hope's mission. And we're going to basically be doing the entire storyline as well as when we come across certain animals to hunt, we will be hunting them as well. So we're going to head up to Hope's camp. We're going to walk, which is perfectly fine with me. Do we have skill points? We have 1 skill point. We can go ahead and look at the skills. Most people that I know do Stalker. You can do Ambusher as well. Ambusher is actually pretty good because of the Sync Tinker as well as your calls. It makes your calls more efficient, and it makes it to where you can do sight spotting and spotting knowledge, which reveals the additional information about how aware an animal is, about the approximate health of an animal, which is like range from like 75 to 100, 50 to 75, and 25 to 50, and 0 to 25. As well as the last level, level 3, reveals information about the approximate trophy rating and weight of an animal, which is very important to determine whether your animal is a potential diamond or a diamond, or an exact diamond. So it helps you know which animals to take for a higher level. But we're going to go ahead and do Stalker. That way we can do the locate tracks. The directional track form becomes more accurate and more narrow, both in the world and on the map. That way it makes it easier for us to locate where an animal has ran after we shot it, which can be very, very helpful in certain situations. Sometimes you can get really lost and not know where an animal is, and sometimes it's even that way at max level. I've had animals on my Steam account that will completely just basically ruin my hunt. Like I'll have a really high level animal and I'll go and shoot it, but not get a great shot on it, and it'll run forever, and then I'll lose it because it'll either circle back over to tracks or something, and I don't know where it ran. That down there is going to be a hunting stand. I don't need to really go and look at it, but I'm going to get roughly 25 meters from it. That way, it at least does show it on the map and registers as a hunting stand rather than just a fishing one. But we are not going to go ahead and purchase it. One, I don't want to spend money on it, and two, because it's invalid to what we're doing. That's
Be
a
careful
decent
when
level
hunting
black
black
bear,
bear.
but
Not only are they unpredictable, but they also make very little sound and leave few tracks. You can sneak up on one without realizing it. Fortunately, they'll probably notice you before you them and will keep their distance.
so yeah, as I just spotted that black bear, they are weapon class 7, which is good that I did grab the 270 with soft point bullets, because if not, then that'd be an issue when trying to hunt one later. But I am going to move to Hope's camp, and I will catch up with you guys there, or when I find an animal that I want to hunt. Alright, so we are making it to Hope's camp now. I want to quickly mention that there is this camping bridge right here in the main trail to the camp that we do want to just investigate. Again, for a quick XP, and the more XP we gain, and the faster we level up, the more money we get. So, always do that.
You're getting close. Hope mentioned seeing some tracks in the mud. See if you can find them.
To verify, what was I going to say? Basically, the more XP you get, the faster you level up. The faster you level up, the more money you get. So, every point of interest you come across, just go ahead and claim it. Sometimes it can be out of your way just a little bit, but it's better to claim it rather than ignore it, especially at the beginning of the game. Late game, not really important. But especially starting out, it is uh, quite quite useful for leveling up and gaining experience. So, but we are here at Hope's Campground. And if you are wondering how to find it, if you're traveling around the area to search, which you shouldn't really travel around too far, it's pretty much right, top right of the main hunting camp when you zoom all the way into your map. It's not very far. So, always whenever I do this, I always put my marker kind of right here, close to the middle, but just slightly to the right, and it's right on top. The landmark gives us a key, which we can just open up there.
You found them? Great. Snap some pictures for the record and see if they lead anywhere. Yeah, definitely human. Looks like a troublemaker then. Now, I don't want you to go picking any fights, but maybe you could follow them and see where they lead.
The start of this game is pretty slow, with the missions. They're not super entertaining. But as you progress into the game, the missions do get more entertaining, and it becomes a more fun experience to do the storyline. Some of the storylines are actually pretty interesting, so always do check them out instead of ignoring them and just going on to a random place. Not bad to do that, but it's also not the best thing to do at the start of the game, especially when, again, looking for money and XP. So always try and
Some
do
ripped
at least the
clothing.
first 5.
And no more tracks, huh? Well, just leave it for now, and I'll see what I can come up with. This'll help, though. Thanks.
Doing about the first 5 missions is pretty pretty good for when doing this. Again, we get 2 more side missions now. So we can do Doc's or Hope's mission. We are pretty much done with him in this mission. We just gotta find 3 footprints from 3 different black-tailed deer. So we just gotta find a herd of black-tail and just check on each path. That's not real hard. This one is a little harder because it is a night hunt requirement for the whitetail or a black-tailed deer at night in Lake Chila, which I believe is like is that? It says Lake District. I think it's Lake Chila's here, isn't it? I think Lake Chila's this one. Not entirely sure. We could mark that mission down. Figure out where it's at. Lake Chila's this lake right here. So just do that if that's what you want to do. But I think we're going to go ahead and do Hope's mission since it's a day mission. It is in the reserve that we are in. Um, I would get this outpost or this lookout point right now, but I don't feel like running up this huge freaking mountain that is, I don't even know what direction. I think it's right there, yeah, all the way up there. Look at how that is one huge hike that takes absolutely forever. So what we're actually going to do, we're going to go back to this outpost. We're going to the other outpost that's right here in this area. The reason why I'm going to go ahead and get this outpost is because it's actually a pretty useful outpost when it comes to hunting this lake, because it gives you access to this lake and it gives you relatively quick access to this lake as well. Black bear, I've noticed, will stand around here as well as deer, so come here if you want some deer or black bear, and as well as elk are around here too. And this right here is actually a hunting stand, but we are less involved in the hunting stands than we are hunting pictures. but we are going to head to this outpost to go and claim it and get us another element location there. Like moose are like the female moose is a cow, the male moose is a bull. I was thinking buck, just like but it is a male moose is a bull and a female moose is a cow. I mean, I could go into more details on like the spawns and fouling and all that, but because they are irrelevant to the game, I don't think it's necessary to say so. And then obviously you got your buck and your doe, and then but I can't remember his elk. I don't know if elk are specified by buck and doe or um, cow and bull, or if there's something else. I'm not real sure. I know most of the species have their own terminology, but I could be very wrong on more specifying what they're called. I could go ahead and buy a bow to hunt with. Bow hunting is actually really fun in the game. Um, there's a lot of strategy to it as well, but I'm not gonna go ahead and buy a bow right now. I'm gonna leave it as is. But I will do though, because I want to get my health back up. Come on, I gotta be level 9 to buy a first aid kit to freaking heal. And I heal by resting. I don't
If you ever need a place to rest, there's a cabin in each outpost. I had them
know.
gutted and redone last season.
Okay, so resting is actually a free way to heal. So that is it's not. So actually, don't worry about buying med kits anyway, unless you're gonna carry one out with you on like hunts or whatever to use one instead of having to go to an outpost to heal up. But most of the time, you don't take damage from animals. The only reason why I did is because I would focus on hunting that whitetail rather than the moose that was directly behind me that was ready to basically take me out of existence. But that's part of the risk that you got to take is whether you want to risk losing health to get an animal, such as what I did, or potentially risk scaring the animal you're hunting off to get an animal that is attacking you away from you. So I took the risk of losing health to be able to get my animal. But that's really just a 50-50 coin toss up depending on who you are and what you're hunting. So the reason I'm coming out here to this place, one, it's super open, and two, there are plenty of places for need zones. We've got a small pond here for water. We've got the ground opens around here, like the clearings and stuff for feed zones, and we have the woods and stuff as well for rest zones and the clearings and stuff as well can be used for rest zones. And the woods obviously can be used as feed zones too. So always keep that in mind. And the feed zone, well, I say feed zone, more specifically the need zone for all animals, um, are really useful for doing more generalized hunts. You can track a herd to basically all of their need zones, and each need zone has their specified times of which an animal will show up. So zoom into the map here, we can see that I actually have a feeding zone here and a watering zone here. This one is from a black bear. They drink at this spot from 4 to 8 in the morning, and the Marion turkey eat right here from 8 to 11 in the morning. So within 8 to 11 and the 4 to 8, we could find that specified animal at that zone. Will you always find that animal at that zone? Not always, but you have a really great chance of getting an animal at that zone, especially if you use a call to bring them into that zone. I do see a moose right there. Or no, that's not a moose. That is an elk. That is a Roosevelt elk. It is just her. She's
Ah,
alert.
hunting Roosevelt elk, I see. Roosevelt's a big fella, but its good sense of smell and hearing make it tricky to hunt.
She's alert. She's actually alerted the other group um, to stop eating to actually travel. But she has stopped actually now to eat herself. So I guess we just move location. We got the rest of the herd to follow. But I don't see a male victim. Again, I don't remember if they're called uh, buck or if they are more generalized to something else. But I do not see a male. I can take them down with the 270. They are a weapon class of 7 rather than a weapon class of 6. So the 243 will not work on them, but the 270 will. However, because we do not have polymer tips, we do want to be relatively close to them if we're going to shoot them. But because they are all female, I am not too interested about hunting them. Besides, most of the female animals in the game um, don't actually give you a trophy rating. They are pretty much just, I believe they're like no rating or something like that. I'm not real sure what the. Okay, well that was them running off, but there was a whitetail that just did a warning call. If there's a whitetail or a blacktail, but it sounded like a whitetail to me. I don't know where he would have been though. Let me just lay down right here. Let me actually get on the wood. That way we can get hit by the visual grass falling down. And then we are going to get the bleat call and see if we can have the deer walk out to know what it is and possibly kill it. Always listen to your surroundings. Make sure things aren't walking up directly on you or know where they're walking from. So find them easier. Potentially hiding in the woods. It was
The
possibly
black-tailed deer are one of the easiest animals in the reserve to hunt. Still, be wary of your noise and the wind direction, as their senses are quite good.
so it was possibly a blacktail that actually did a warning call on me. If that's the case, they won't actually come in with the bleat, I don't think, will they? No, they will. I wasn't sure if the blacktail listened to the bleat or if he had had the antler rattler call for him. But it does seem as if they do listen to the bleat call, which is good news for hunting them. But we do only see the doe. I don't see a buck. That was her. It looks like there's one right there in the grass, but I could be wrong. But I do only see just her right now. I don't see a buck following with it. Sometimes you don't know if there's one. See, like I said, blacktail, their levels are different from the whitetail. He is a level 3, very easy, but he is um, possibly only a silver. I don't even think level 3 can be gold unless it's like a really small gold. he does come out here in the open and stop, we could take him. He is the only one I see. I shot him with a 243. One, free ammo. Two, because he wasn't too far out, so I'm not worried about penetration at that point. And we should have gotten a battle oriented on him. But it's also likely that I potentially shot high and hit him in the vertebrae. And looks like we got a lung hit. Should only be a single right lung hit on him. Most double lung shots kill instantly. So, I'm gonna tell you that, but he will die. Especially. He should already be at a 0.5. Yeah, he's already dead. But you can see here, he is a silver. He's a 118 trophy rating. They get up to a 5 medium, and their trophy score for a diamond is a 177.58. Sometimes you have to be very careful with that, especially when it comes to when you actually get the trophy perk, not the bell. Just to show you again, when you get level 3 of the track knowledge unlocked, that reveals information about an animal's approximate weight and investigates footprints and bird type. Investigate. Is it? No, no. It would be ambusher. I'm sorry. It's the spotting knowledge. Reveals information about the approximate trophy rating and weight of the animals. The trophy rating is what you want to pay attention to. When you are looking for diamonds and stuff. How I pretty much assumed that level 3 earlier was a diamond on the whitetail is pretty much whitetail because it's a max level whitetail being level 3. It's almost every time guaranteed diamond, as long as you get a full harvest on it. Sometimes you can have a troll, however, and it will only end up being a really high high gold, which can be upsetting, but if you do everything right and you get it, there's nothing to be upset about. You know that you at least did everything right, and if it was a diamond, you would have it. Rather than being like, well, I did something wrong, and I just ruined the chance of getting a diamond. Instead, you did everything right, so if it was a diamond, then you got it. So, don't ever be, like, discouraged of what you get out of your trophy from an animal, as long as you get a full harvest for them and you do everything right. If you feel like you've done something wrong, however, or if you did do something wrong, just try and adjust for it the next time. Use it as a learning option rather than being discouraged by it and thinking that, well, I messed this one up, and then thinking, well, how am I gonna miss the next one? I mean, don't think like that. Always just try and learn from it and see where you messed up and try to fix it. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and do one more harvest and call that the video. So no, cannot speak on that. It's extremely dry and I've been awake for quite a while. So anyway, I'll catch you guys whenever I find another animal to hunt, and basically just go another way of hunting. You know, I have another black tail, but I don't know where it came from, so okay, right, perfect. Apparently. Sounds like it's a doe, not a buck. Yeah, it is. We're gonna let her walk again. I don't really hunt does very often. I do sometimes, if they're just in an area I don't want them to be in or whatever. It'll reset the spawns. So I'm not a huge doe hunter, and you'll see that uh, more clearly as I do more videos and live streams and stuff. But if you do enjoy the hunting tips and you do want to see more of the tips as well as learn more and just follow along with the Hunter Call the Wild story on Leighton Lakes and Hirschfelden, please do consider subscribing, leaving a like to let me know that you do enjoy the content, and leave a comment to see what you want to see next or what I should possibly improve on when it comes to showcasing tips and everything else. You can also comment down below what things you need help with, whether it comes to tracking, spotting, positioning, or even where to shoot animals and stuff. Um, if you need tips or whatever, comment what tips you need, and I will try and put them in the next video or just whenever I see the comment, whether it's in this video or the next one, and I see you comment about what you need to improve on, and I'll do my best to implement that. That was actually a decent size by her chance. That call came really late though, so I actually didn't know he was even there until it was almost too late. He's calm though. He's a decent size 3. He is slight gold potential. I wouldn't call him a high gold, but gold potential nonetheless. However, the other one that I did see that did call, he was one that I was kind of interested in going for. But this one did turn around on me for some reason. That's why. He sees me. Ooh. What are you? You're 2, aren't you? That's one. Here. Come right beside me. That one was a bigger one, so I was like, I'm gonna take him instead of the smaller one. So, oh man, there's how you kind of play that out when they walk up right on you. You just wanna take which one you see that's biggest. He is a 3 very easy silver. He was pretty close to being a gold, but I did do everything right on him. And the other one was a 2 minor, so that was a 3. He was the biggest one. I might do one more. Showcase positioning and stuff a little bit more. Okay. So it just came across mounts, but in moose as well. I'm not seeing a bull with her. I'm just seeing her. She's alerted me, which is fine. She typically won't run away. There is our bull. He's calm and drinking. He's not super high level, but he is a low gold to a high silver. So we are going to go ahead and see if we can't just get a good position. I'm not worried about her, nor she will go in here and charge me. I don't think she will. I think I'm just gonna sit there alert and just keep He's 120 to 160 meters away. So we're gonna get passage trees that we have a more clear shot. Don't get too off the brush. I think right here will actually. So we got a good broadside on him. We're gonna pull up 70. Side in. Right behind that shoulder. Finish him. I'm not really expecting someone to die like instantly. I do know that it's a decent shot from a not high penetration bullet, but I do expect him to drop relatively quick. But he might